today if possible. Muchacho and Fullerton about to come up. Asclepius jockey just adjusting the goggles. Via Fatulay back behind them. Capital Commander. Here's Fullerton coming into the gates. Capital Commander heavily backed early, into 320s, now back to 420. Now we've got about 5 to load here. Here's Capital Commander, maybe the leader in the race now, about to come up. Muchacho to come in via Fatulay, Acton, Non-Verba, Trixie and Asclepius. They'll be the 5 to load and they'll be ready to go. Now here's Asclepius coming forward. Acton Non-Verba about to come up. And we're not far off a start here. The last of these coming up to complete the line and they'll be ready to go in the Acttab Tony Campbell Memorial Cup. Named in honour of a great caller and a great friend, Tony Campbell. Trixie's the last to go in. And we're ready to go. Stand by for a start. 1,400 metres the distance. Just waiting for the light to turn to red. Acton Non-Verba is settled. The gates are open and they're off and racing, and Capital Commander was the first to go. General JD began quickly. Hillbilly Dancers going up to join those, and Acton Non-Verba coming over from a wide gate. Fullerton's going to settle just off the speed. Then Muchacho via Fatulay. Double Knight getting back on the inside, followed by Ramsays Curse. Trixie's a little bit deep going to the first corner, followed by Asclepius and Elamar. And Street Riders last of all to the 900 metres mark, and Hillbilly Dancer. Length over Acton Non-Verba. Capital Commander getting a glorious run third. 2 to Fullerton. A gap then to Via Fatulay. Muchacho is travelling next on the rails. Been followed then by General JD. Double Knights on the rails. Trixie's out deep on the track. They're followed by Ramsays Curse. Asclepius is a long way back with Elamar, and Street Riders last. They're on the swing in the Tony Campbell Memorial, and here they come, north, south, east and west as they come around the bend. Hillbilly Dancer third for home. Here's Fullerton. Via Fatulay coming up on the outside quickly, and Capital Commander's looking for a run. Muchacho has pulled to the outside. Via Fatulay went up to take the lead from Fullerton. Capital Commander near the inside. Muchacho is next. Via Fatulay on the outside, and Fullerton. Trixie's coming from the back, so is Ramsays Curse bursting through in the middle. Via Fatulay, Ramsays Curse, Fullerton on the fence. Ramsays Curse has bloused them on the line from either Via Fatulay, Fullerton, and Trixie's out wide on the track. Capital Commander's back behind them, Asclepius. Elamar followed by Street Ride, Muchacho, General JD, Acton Non-Verba. A long way back in the field is Double Knight. And last home in the race is Hillbilly Dancer. Stand by for the numbers. Ramsays Curse in a blanket finish has got up to win the Acttab Tony Campbell Memorial Cup. Number 6, Ramsays Curse, Robert Price. Nyusiki Ichikawa gets the money. Well, they all went before the bend. The pressure was on. Via Fatulay and Fullerton. Capital Commander couldn't go with them. Then the back markers came into it late. Ramsays Curse, Trixie was one finishing strongly out wide. Fullerton was whacking away, trying to hold its ground, but Ramsays Curse has swamped them in the run of the post to win. The 6 is in the frame. Ramsays Curse, and the judge has called for a good look at the finish links to determine second and third. The time for the race, 1:23.52. The last 635.74. Now, 4's run second, Fullerton, held on very strongly from a long run from the home turn, has run second. 7's got third, Via Fatulay, and 11's run fourth, out wide, Trixie. Numbers are 6, 4, 7, 11. 1:23.52, home in 35.74. 1 ran fifth, and that was Capital Commander. Our numbers 6, 4, 7 and 11. Well, it was a great race. Tony, from wherever you're watching, would have been happy with his race today. Speed on all the way. A blanket finish. But Ramsays Curse finishing brilliantly and strongly in the last 100 metres of the race to win. The winning margin is a half neck. Here's Ramsays Curse returning to scale by Brahms out of Fashion Cafe, a daughter of last Tycoon. He's an 8-year-old bay gelding, and he's trained by Robert Price at Nowra, and Yusuke Ichikawa was the winning rider. Raced by S. Dickerson, R. Dickerson, S.L. McKeefe-Chefian, R. Price, P. Duncan, M. Duncan, and also Dr. Malif Frichin. So Ramsays Curse wins the Acttab Tony Campbell Memorial Cup. It was a half neck with a half head between second and third. Half neck, a half head. 1:23.52 the time. Runners have returned to scale. We'll stand by for notification of correct weight.
That was always going to happen, wasn't it? you just, you know, you wanting to be a infatuated, shoot three in front and she's all over, but it just doesn't happen, does it?
And they were struggling, and the ones at the back were coming, and they couldn't go. Anyway, we got the
handle with a plum.
Doctor who?
Megatici. The Dickersons, they've had horses with Robert for years. I called him when his first started. Maria got that must be 5 or 6 years ago now, because he's an 8-year-old kid, really good horse to him.
I think these race calls, they just wait for me.
Campbell Racing Club, welcome to Thoroughbred Park for the Tony Campbell Memorial Cup, run and won in brilliant fashion by Ramsays Curse. We are delighted to see you all here today. It's been a lovely day of racing, and we are very pleased to be able to honour the memory of our late and great race caller Tony Campbell in this way. I'd like to introduce Mr. Mike Frame, the marketing manager for Acttab, who's going to make the presentation to the winning owners.
Thanks very much, Chris. Great afternoon here. I'm glad the weather is today and not what it was yesterday. Super race, super finish, and a great win to Ramsays Curse, taking out a great race in name in a super friend of all of us, Tony Campbell. Tony's been about, someone told me it was about 8 years since Tony's passed. One of Canberra's great gentlemen, did a lot of charity work apart from being a great race caller, and Acttab are very proud to be associated with the sponsorship of this race. And we'd like to call on one of the representatives of the stable, Arnie Bowden, to accept the trophy on our behalf. Arnie.
Thank you very much, sir. Ladies and gentlemen, members, the Canberra Racing Club, and I'd like to thank everybody for the trophy. Thank everybody for the way the course is presented today. And Robbie Price is at a wedding in Cairns. So here to you, Robbie, and to Luke, what a great win. The horse loves this track, and it showed it today with an outstanding finish to win with something in hand. Thank you.
Well done. Beauty. Just don't fall off there.
Coming over from a wide gate. Fullerton's going to settle just off the speed. Then Machacho via Fatulay. Double